just level all this up if we can. Cool. Right, morning everyone, we're doing a brick on flat today. Yes, brick on flat, not edge. Brick on flat, this is what the greenhouse people require for it. A bit different doing a brick on flat. Butter it on the brick there. We've just got one line up here because the front edge is going to sit on. So we got your hello, whoever's here. Make sure you say hi. The issue we've got with this brick on flat is you're pushing down with such force, it's pushing the next one up. And they're quite weighty bricks as well. So even though we've got a line up, we'll still continue to check there. Obviously going to check for level that way to make sure it's not ridiculous inside. And these solid blues, again, they're not the flattest on top, they're not actually that easy to work with. It's much easier doing brick on edge, I'd say, than brick on flat, but get a bit warm, you know. Just jumping off. Here we go, yeah. Hey, you missed a spot there, Sean. Yeah, I did miss a spot. Which spot did I miss? Which spot did I miss? Definitely a change on the way with the weather. Yeah. Just starting to kick up the back of it there. I've got to keep an eye on it now because I've got to try and get around this corner. So I've got to make sure my bond is correct. So we could do that, that. Perhaps we'll keep that to full. That can be a closer. And that one there. So yeah, one more full one. Just trying to keep it looking right. What else we've got here? allow me to get around that way. So we need to put the full brick on the outside and the cut in the middle of them then. Let's get a cut. Got a closer here to break the bond up. Yeah, faster. Well, I can't go faster, sorry. How fast are you? Surprise, surprise. Can't go faster, mate. There's faster bricklayers out there. I'm not very fast. I'll make sure I do a good job. Right, so this one. Put in here now. That. There. God, I'm under pressure now after faster. Told me to go faster. No, surprise, sorry. Clearly not in the USA, this job would have been done months ago. Well, it might have been. Not in the USA, it would have been done months ago. I don't quite get that. Roll the muck. It's in my barrow, I don't need to. Yeah. I mean, why does everyone always say they're faster than everyone? I'm not bothered about speed. And my customers don't hire me for my speed either, because I'm not fast, but I'll do a nice job. Just there. Right, just make sure we're not tipping up the pile there. Brick on flat. It's a first for me. Brick on edge. So yeah, it's annoying with these brick on flat. It's always pushing the next brick up. I just get a point control. We say now, bro, it would take 20 years here. In the USA though, it would take that and 45-minute breaks. Nothing wrong with a 45-minute break. I mean, if you had a bricklayer like Charlie Collinson, he'd probably do this whole job in a day. I'm not joking, he probably would, but I'm not Charlie Collinson. He's a very good bricklayer, but that I am not. Right, what's this going off like here now? We won't quite join this up yet, we'll go over the other side now. So, take you over here. Right. Proper wanker. I like that, I like that. Do you know, I always say, if you're not getting abuse on YouTube, you're not doing it right. Right. Okay. So where's everyone watching from today? I haven't seen any countries mentioned. Let's have a hear where you're all listening or watching from. If there's any bricklayers on here, have you got to do brick on flat? Like I say, I'm not a massive fan of the old brick on flat, but that's what this greenhouse company wanted. Some of these bricks have got loads of chips in them as well. You know, I'm doing it wrong. Which way should I do it then? UK, Richard, hiya. Rob, England, hiya. Jay, USA, lovely. Nice to see everyone from all over. Nice in the UK that we've got this weather, isn't it? As I say, I think it's going to change. It's definitely changing with us this week. But we have had it so good. We have had it so good lately. Has everyone got a day off today, or is it the evening if you're not from the UK, or? Just make sure we're not tipping up here too much. You could run 2 string lines with this, they do tend to get in the way a bit. And the greenhouse is going to sit on the very front, so that's the only bit that really matters. Let's stake that brick. Pull. One side. I don't know if you can see on camera, but just pushing that last brick up is very annoying. And you've got to try and get the joints nice and full to start, because you don't want to be going back, filling joints afterwards, because it just, I mean, I'm slow enough anyway, it'll slow me right down to now. Try and read the chat as much as I can. My work's very slow, thank you very much. I'll take it as a compliment. Clarion Horwell here in Peterborough. Oh, is it? That's interesting. So I'm in Wales. I'm supposed to stack the bricks vertically. No, it'll be brick on flat. I know a guy that would do this job for a pack of cigarettes, Sam. Step it up. Can I hire him? Quite entertaining today. Fast. Am I on the right job now, mate? They are slow in England, thank you. Why don't you grab a tool and help him? Yeah, use metal levels and you call yourself a layer. What are your levels made out of? I can't say your name, but your symbol is A, hello. And then you got spicy sriracha. It's 1 AM, how's it daylight? What country are you in? England, Wales, same thing. Well, it's not the same thing, you've got different weather. Not really the same thing. Close, but not really the same thing. And all the people saying I'm slow, how many bricks can you lay in a day? It's quite interesting to know what sort of speed people can work at. I always find when people call you slow, they'll never really say how much work they can do. And you've got to give a bit of context to it as well, you know. You could say, oh, I can lay 1,000 bricks in a day or whatever, but, you know, if you've got a long straight wall, yeah, that's easy enough to do, but if you're on fiddly stuff like this, you know, it's not as easy as that. But can't keep up with these. You all have jagged teeth. Football Down Under, how are you? I assume you're in Australia. And Richard, you're off on holiday to Gran Canaria. I'm off to Portugal soon. Football Down Under, this is a greenhouse dwarf wall, so greenhouse is going to sit on here. And Steve, EDC, am I doing that all myself? I'm putting the mortar mix in. Yes, I am. I got a diesel mixer though, so it's easy enough. I can make a load of mortar and that'll last me ages. I can do a few barrows in that mixer. So it's not too bad mixing for yourself. And a lot of the time, I like to mix myself because I can make the mortar just how I like it. That. Again, we can't put too much mortar out at one time, it goes off. So quick. Check the face on that. Cheers, Steve. And then, hi, Theban, how are you? Hey, Mike, how you doing? How thick do you want the mud when laying the brick is level? I know nothing about laying brick. Well, you're looking for a 10mm bed, so when you lay it out on the bottom, it's got to be a bit thicker than 10mm so you can squash it out. I mean, if you don't know anything about laying brick, the main thing is using a decent mix. That is your main thing, because that is where the average DIYer will go wrong. That is where they'll go wrong. Just going off so fast. These red bricks just suck everything out of it. So you got to check the bricks. You got the brickworkers work well. Thank you. 1:30 AM. Robert, whereabouts are you? This is Wales, this is. He knows how. Here's blood like that. That's quite funny. I like that. I like that. And what device is everyone watching on? Would it help if I went and landscaping this, or is it better in portrait? California, interesting. 328 in Dallas. Cowboy, Dallas is where the Cowboys are at, and Mercedes. Hi, Muck Store. And escapologist, go back to work. And then Woody's house, hello there. We'll joint all this up shortly as well. Just turn the camera a bit, yeah. God, let's have a different view. Let's have a view by here. Hello from Kentucky. How are you? Stop rushing. English bricks are heavier due to a large amount of... These are actually quite heavy bricks, to be honest. Solid blues are quite heavy. Have I read about the 3 little pigs? Yeah, I can't remember the story though. You'll have to type it in the chat and remind us. Really good. Keep these going through here. Pretty good, pretty good. You're saying bricks, everything is built of paper. What is it going to be? Going to be a greenhouse base. It's going to be a really, really nice greenhouse sitting on here, like a sort of orangery type greenhouse. A lot of money. A lot of money, but it's going to be a really nice building. I'm doing brick on flat because that's what the greenhouse company specified. They want a decent fixing, so that's why it's brick on flat rather than edge, because it matches for the doorway height and everything like that, right? Something like that, anyway. I'll make sure I put a photo of it on my page when the greenhouse is up. I'm not putting it up, but the customer put it up. I'll make sure there's a photo on there. Ain't nothing wrong with paper, depends who's building the house. I mean, you've got a very good point there. Very valid point. Right. We now need to put a closer in here and then brick it in. Let's just make sure this brick fits tidy. There, and the closer. So the closer needs to be thicker there. We'll have to do him after because I need a better cut. So we'll get on with some jointing now on the other ones I've laid. We'll come round here. What time is it there? It is 25 to 10 in the morning, so 25 to 10 a.m. or 9:35 a.m. They are Village of Death. He knows the score. Bang on. Bit like a damn bunker. Right. Jointed bars. Get these bricks out the way here. Perhaps you can see a bit more then. You have to come around this side because I find it easier working from this way. 40:35 a.m. for work. What do you do for work? Wow. Interesting. We've got to look here, we better do the beds as well first because these reds are sucking out the moisture. So, what is that? Lump of something in there. Make sure you tip your joints onto the next ones there. Keep it all looking nice. Let's see. Mason, oh, thanks for sharing. Cheers, Jay. Thanks very much. Construction superintendent, repairman for big box stores. Not quite sure what you mean by that, but. And what is everyone up to today then? People got days off, or what's the score? Hi Daniel Shaw, how are you doing? Remember your name from before. Hello, Jeremy. Still serving in Indeed bricklaying, they pay good. Yeah, they do pay good, some of them. Woody's house retired. Just closely how you... Oh, pointer tool looks. That pointing bar is Marshalltown it is, that's a USA brand. I think it's a Type 89. Oh, Type 80 actually, because there's different thicknesses of these, but yeah, Type 80 this one is. Parental leave, just building my for my solar install. What sort of solar install you have? And I've got a good solar install at home. Everything's backwards with the camera, so it's quite hard to see what which way it should be facing. And the shell from Maui, Hawaii, fair play. A kilowatt of panels on a pickup at 24 volts. Oh, on a pickup. So what are they on the pickup for then? To power your tools, or? That's a decent install for on a vehicle. Right, I'm going to do that edge because I'm going to join that with brickwork. I'll point the backside after. So we get the brush now. We just give it a soft brush, very soft brush, guys and gals. Very soft. Horsehair this one is. No horses were harmed in the making of it. Camping overlanding, got a fridge freezer, bit heat induction cook. Oh, that's cool, Jeremy. That's fair play. That is cool. So is that just on the roof of your pickup then? Yeah, nice soft brush. Get any marks out with the jointer as well. And that there is finished there. So now we'll come over here, and again we'll joint up this bit we did before. I'll straighten this up. And anyone that's watching, have you checked out my pizza oven build series on my channel? Because if you like this sort of thing, then you should like that pizza oven build series. There's a bit of stonework on it, bit of brickwork, bit of everything. And I will be getting the final part out this week. Catch up on these. Yeah, check that out, Jeremy. I think you should like it. I'll mount to the rooftop. Fair play to you. You can be my apprentice if you want. 3 acorn balls, thanks very much. Great eye for detail, thank you. Edward, how are you doing? Whereabouts are you watching from, Edward? Just turn this a bit here. Here's my trowel, worn down so much on one side it's straight. Hey, thanks 3 acorn balls. Yeah, I do put precision and pride over any sort of speed. Yeah, I'm not the slowest, but I'm definitely not the fastest. The likes of Charlie Collinson, I've seen him lay like 700 bricks in an hour, which is crazy. And tidy as well, you know. So he is good. I just wish YouTube was more of a thing when I was younger, because I could really have learned off some of these other bricklayers. Not that they'd have been around then, but you know, I'm sure there'd been other people. That we've got, yeah, cheers 3 acorn balls. Again, if there's any brush marks or anything there, just tidy them up with your jointer again. Nice and neat. Bit of mortar on there. Well, that's at the top of these blues. These blues are a bit of a nightmare to keep clean. And the top of these bricks are actually very rough. They're very sort of mottled. Yeah, we'll have a look at the back side of it now. Clean, thanks Selena. And Vigilante Justice, thank you very much. Come in here now. And the back side of this The only issue you got is all the bricks have different lengths. So unless you go through them all and choose all the lengths, which you just can't do, you've got to let one side be what it wants to be. So you have a few which are like this one here sticking out, you know, but unless you go through them, but then you can't really do that because I need to use all the bricks I've got. It's going to be the same thing all the way around, you know. I think the customer might put his own sill on here in time anyway. You might put like an oak sill or something. He may. You can do good brickwork, but you can ruin it with bad pointing, so don't rush your pointing just to save a bit of time, because that is one of the most important things. You got, Jeremy, do you have any basic tutorials for bricklaying on your channel, like for beginners? I do have a short brick, not short, but I do have a brickwork video on my channel. It's a bit of an older one, how to lay bricks. Hasn't really got any views, so check it out. It does show, yeah, a bit of beginner's work. And like I say, one of my main tips there is making sure you've got a decent mix, because unless your mix is nice and buttery, you're going to struggle. Brick is way better than, yeah, all we've got is block and plaster here. We're in America, I'm not in America, but I'm in Wales. But I'm going to show you now. So when I say about the buttery mix, this mix here now, it's gone a bit stiff, but you know, it's buttery. I'll knock it up a bit so you can see what it should be like. Let's put a dash of water with that. Do it with a shovel to save my wrists. Nice clean shovel as well, don't have a dirty shovel. So that's there. I'll chuck this back in the mixer in a minute as well, you see what it's all meant to be like. But you see this now, lovely and smooth, you know. So you want some mortar like that if you really want to do anything with it. There's a few people watching there, they won't be able to see you. I just read little comments. South America, no Wales. 3 little big bricks and the wolf can blow it down. Yes, like that. Yeah. A few people from America watching.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It's because of the time zones, you know, because it's early with us.
Oh, well, I thought it'd be middle of the night there.
Someone said it was 4:35 with them.
Hi, America. That's looking lovely, Sam.
Yeah.
Absolutely lovely.
Yeah, you see what I've done on the corners here?
Ah, right. You shut right. That's a clever.
I shoved the
move.
cut in just so you haven't got
Oh, that makes sense. Yeah.
if you're
Oh,
fixing
very
or whatever.
smart. I knew you'd work it out.
Yeah.
Oh, that's nasty. That. Yeah.
I'm just going to chuck this mix back in and I'll stop for a bit. Bit of cement mixture on your cheek. Put a bit of cement on my cheek will make the client think I'm working hard. That's interesting. Right, just going to chuck this back in and then yeah, I'm going to stop for a bit.
Turn a bit cloudy, isn't it? Straight
Yeah.
short.
The showers we might have later are very sparse by the looks of it, but
Right. Is it still covered in that? I think should be.
possibly because it's up with the blues, you know.
Yeah. Oh, that's a good point there. I've got some of that green cellophane there.
Let's fire this.
Get the top off. You have double the course, a joint up there.
Yeah, yeah. Just it adds to the look, doesn't it? Well, I'll show you inside this mixer now. Hi Mike Oxbrown, how you doing? You're seeing the red bricks is indents and just nibs type brick. They're just called the frogs there on the red bricks. Like a temple like the one Jeffrey Epstein had on his little island. Not one of that. Hey Owens, how long till dinner is ready? Well, I'll stop for break at 10 o'clock in a minute. Yeah, you can see that mortar just falling down nicely. So if we just grab a little trowel out, so you can see again now. Just show everyone what it should look like again. See? So you want your mortar consistency to be good, you know, otherwise it's just hard. It is hard. Forbidden mashed potatoes, smells delicious. You can try it if you want. I mean, I've accidentally got it in my mouth out the mixer before. Right, another important thing here. When it's warm like this, I like to make sure my tools are nice and clean, even, you know, halfway throughout the day. So yeah, keep everything clean. It makes it so much easier, especially in the summer. In the winter, I'm going to bother till the end of the day to clean them. But in the summer, I like to do it halfway through. Well, not even halfway through. A few times a day. It just keeps everything shining, you know? Nice and shiny. Also look after your shovels. Need a temple building, but I'd like to be reclaimed Accrington brick. It's like buttercream frosting, yeah. It is. Obviously, if you've got a good labourer, he's going to do this as you get going, but that's not there. Who we got here? What's the temperature there? It's like today, I think it's 18 to 20 today. Yeah. Right, I got to go, guys. I'm going to check back in later when I do another run, but I'm going to have a break. Thank you for watching and see you later.